They have been teasing us with the release of this truck for the better part of a year now, and I'm so stoked to finally have this thing. This is one of the best budget RC chassis that you can get, in my opinion. It has a center differential, it's extremely durable, and now they finally made a brushless version. They call it a 1/10 scale. Maybe that stands for extra small, because it's technically this is a 12th scale car. It's just got oversized tires, so they're like, all right, we'll call it a 10th. Comes with metal gears all throughout, aluminum capped oil filled shocks. ESC has a cooling fan on it. Of course uses ball bearings, and all other driveline parts are metal. Even the wheel hexes are metal.
This is a tank of an RC car.
That's right, a tank. I've run this chassis a lot, and I have found one weakness that I'm gonna go over in a little while. We're gonna run this first, and then we're gonna look at all the stuff, because I have so much I want to show you about it. Okay, we are gonna take this outside now. Oh yeah. The sun is beaming down on us good today, and I'll tell you, sweat glands are in full force today. Take a little break from the heat in here and just go over what comes in the box.
Transmitter, charger, sticky pads, wheel wrench, 4 extra body clips, stickers, owner's manual.
And then it comes with this battery, 1600 milliamp. There is only one of them in here, but after we run this one down, I'm gonna run this one in it. And that way, if you decide that you want more than just one battery, you can get this upgraded unit for a lot more runtime. For a budget RTR, there is so much beef on this truck. Just look at the size of those knuckles and the control arms. Really thick, long axles. Not to mention super flexible plastic, so they do not crack easily at all. Just for reference, here is the original version that I upgraded with a budget brushless system. Put extra awesome shocks and extra awesome tires on it. Look at the size of those things. But before any of these even existed, there was this guy. So anyway, we finally got this one that comes RTR right out of the box with a brushless setup. So in the next video, we're gonna compare these, and then we're gonna see how this one does with these tires on it. All right, we're gonna take this thing outside right now, see what it's made of, see how awesome it is. I hope that it's as awesome as I hope it will be. We're gonna test it really hard. We're gonna shoot it off some ramps. We're gonna do a speed test, and I gotta see what amperage this is. Are we gonna throw 3S in it or not? Says for 2S only. That's the same ESC, except they just added a cooling fan on it. So no 3S this time, because this is gonna be a responsible review. Oh, nothing that the car isn't made to do. Whoops, I left the plastic protection on there, so eventually those aren't gonna last very long. Once that comes off, we'll put some real stickers on there. Oh, I will. Ouch. Can't do a backflip, man. Oh, it'll front flip. You just watch. See, adding some thicker fluid to the differentials would definitely help. Oh, got one. Speed test. Oof. Did it again. But look at that. She's okay. 27.7. Those are some scary humans over there. All right, rescue. Ah, this thing's just too wide and awesome. All right, to fit this battery in there, I do have to remove this foam that they ever so nicely put inside this tray, but it does take up a little too much space for the bigger battery. But she fits right in there. And it's Max's turn. Yeah. Big jump. Go for a front flip. Nope. Ah. Yeah, that was good. Oh, that was yucky, but so awesome. Oh. The remote feels like it's starting to, yeah, look, it's stuck in the reverse. That's not good. Why is it doing that? It's getting stuck. Never had one of these do that. What? Lands? Oh, no. That's not. Nope, chassis is definitely solid on this thing. Ah, gosh. This remote is getting stuck. I'm not even pulling the trigger. Look at that. This is the same transmitter that they put in almost every car. So I'd imagine it's just a defect. I've never had this happen before. It doesn't feel like the spring is broken. It feels like the plastic is squeezing the trigger and it's not able to move freely, but it just started. We didn't drop it or anything, right? I'm gonna bind another remote to it because this is the exact same transmitter. Yes. All right. Bound it to a new remote. That feels much better. Just gotta adjust the steering trim. That center differential car is just so different and better in my opinion. Now this one definitely needs some thicker fluid in it, if it has any in it at all, but overall it's a much better experience. Why'd you do that?
Why'd you do that?
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
God. So definitely happy with this thing's performance. 27.7, so almost 28 miles an hour. If I remember right, the 901A and probably the 903A as well, which we are getting a 903A soon, I think it was 23 miles an hour. That test was a while ago. So this one beats that out by a few miles per hour, and hey, that's great. The shocks that this thing comes with are not too bad. No leakage yet. At one weak point that I talked about, it did not show its ugly head today. However, here's what it is. The fact that the bumper is the front hinge pin holder for the lower control arms, and in the rear of those front lower arms, the chassis itself is the hinge pin holder. So if the bumper breaks or wears away and this hinge pin is no longer supported really well in the front, it puts all the strain right here on the chassis and causes it to crack. However, it did take probably close to 100 jumps like this before it happened. Now really, it's hard to even say that that's a weak point because honestly, it's probably stronger than the alternative that most cars use. It's just that when that bumper does break and you let it keep going and the chassis breaks, well, it's a whole chassis replacement. Parts are cheap though. And I say it all the time, every single one of these cars has some sort of weakness. So I was not unhappy with these tires. These weren't too bad at all. These are definitely better, so super excited to do that comparison. That's gonna be sweet. A little bit of thicker fluid in the center differential is something I'm gonna do eventually. I haven't done it to any of them yet though. So hopefully they hold fluid. Obviously we had that problem with the transmitter. See, look, it sticks. Luckily, I was able to bind it with another remote, but obviously that's a problem. I've probably got like 7 or 8, if not more of these, and that's the first time that that's happened, so it's probably just a defect. Hopefully that won't happen to anybody else. With this battery, we got about 13 minutes of runtime. That is kind of disappointing. I was hoping for more, but it is only 1600 milliamps. With this battery here, we got 13 minutes on only a 74% charge. So you can imagine we'd probably get 18 minutes out of it maybe, and that is pretty standard. Oh, another thing I noticed is that this fan doesn't spin. Even if you turn on and bind it, that fan is not spinning. It's plugged in. I don't remember hearing it run before we took it out, so this one is defective. There's no other channel switch on the controller. These headlights pop out real easily. All they do is slide right back into these bumper brackets and boom, that's it. That's all it takes. So you can always put a little bit of glue in those sockets. Excuse you, this is not your workspace. Owner's manual shows all your parts and your exploded diagrams. That's wonderful, amazing, and helpful. I will say that I wish they had used a different body. You know, it's the exact same body as this fly haul version. This is a much better color scheme in my opinion. I really like this body a whole lot more. Plus it has a roll cage, so out of everything I've ever done to it, the only part that's cracked is right there in the front. That's not too bad. I mean, it's pretty nice looking still. Oh yeah. If enough people tell me in the comments of this video to compare these on 3S, I will do it as part of that comparison video. I can't figure out what amperage this is in here, but it's probably more than 30. Though it would be a good idea to figure out that cooling fan issue. It moves freely. Yeah, just plugged it into this other ESC. No spinning. And there's a stock fan cranking away. So it's just a defective fan. Well, at least it still has cooling fans. It's starting to get really dark in here. What in the world is that? Well, my final thoughts on this thing is it was pretty great. For cars with the same or similar price tags, sometimes even more, this one is definitely more durable, has better handling because of that center differential, also has much more potential because I've seen what I've done with those other ones. And just so you know, HBX is sending me a new fan. Let me know if you think this can handle 3S or if you want me to try it anyway. And otherwise, look out for that video. Again, I also have another HBX coming that I'm going to review soon. We're always doing reviews and cool projects and stuff. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you know when my videos come out. And then like this video, because when you do that stuff, the more we get, that's just more logs in the fire inside us to make these awesome videos for you and to do more and more as time goes on. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys real soon.